Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we are still in the Transfusion mod itself here. And the interesting thing about today is that typically we've been going for a lot of the gifts without weapons, and so if we turn our attention to what can the cooldown of Commit to Memory do for us with weapon arts, weapon gifts, not arts. This isn't Elden Ring. What am I saying? I've been tainted. Anyways, so what you'll notice here is that we are going to go for a little bit of the infinite focus idea. However, it will be with the understanding of gifts in mind. Now, the sad part about all of this is that every time we attack, we will be losing some of our focus bar down here, and so it will be important that to know that when you are running a weapon gift, that it does not decrease or consume your focus bar, because it is a gift just like any other gift that you would actually use. Something from this tab here, all of these gifts, nothing here decreases your focus value, and neither do these weapon gifts. Now you'll notice that most of our entire gift set here is great or crossed out, and that will all be usable once we get all stats up. So as soon as we get focused, we get access to most of our build, but as soon as we do get focused, if we have the I-core for it, then we can continue using focus recovery, because that will send us into an S dex for us to be able to use everything. So it should be a pretty great boss killer. However, the problem being is that instead of just being a boss killer, we do need a good adventuring set, and this is not exactly the greatest of adventuring sets here, but it will be a great boss killing setup here. And so if I'm still draining I-core standing here somehow. Okay, and let's go for the poison and stun gifts here, even though we won't be needing poison here or stun here, because this boy can't be stunned. Okay, let's see if we can get him poisoned here at some point, hopefully. Now he is definitely a tough boy. Okay, good job, man. And there we got him poisoned. And good, we got another backstab, so that will help us considerably here. Okay, and he should be pretty close to dead. Good. Okay, that was a pretty intense fight overall, but definitely getting him poisoned is super beneficial. And this boy, we're just going to leave him up there. No point to actually fight him, and we can just teleport back to the missile and continue moving on. So you'll notice that we did not get focused there at all, whether through getting attacked or through focus recovery or anything, or dodging well or any of that. So most of this, he's got crazy AoE on that attack. So you'll notice that most of the time we won't actually have access to our actual gifts that we will be doing, most of the work with, and but that's completely fine, because most of the time we are fighting one-on-one with these enemies here, and so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Now that was a little bit of a wonky backstab there, for sure, but we will continue getting our backstabs and destroying these guys as much as we possibly can, because the amount of time that we will spend fighting these fellas is too long. But you'll notice that they stagger fairly easy from the black halberd here, And that is not by design on my part, but that is, wow, okay. That is too unfortunate there. But that is a great opportunity for us because we are able to, you know, make really, really good use um, of our weapon simply because these guys, whoops, and I totally missed out on that. And we were able to use really, really to good effect here our gifts as well as our actual abilities here. The only problem is, you know, if we are continually getting hit all the time, Usurper's Blade won't be able to keep up. However, if we are able to get focused, then it will get and then it will be used. Okay, now we now we can get focused here. Okay. And you'll see there that everybody gets poisoned and attacked in one go. And we're dead. Yep, I was gonna say it's too slow, but you can see that how we are able to get enemies focused or stunned in one hit because of how our build is running with both stun buff and venom buff. So it works out very, 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 very well when we do get focused. However, most of the time we will not be focused, and that is unfortunate. Okay. This is great. And yeah, these guys, they really do annihilate us every time. Okay, so we are focused now. However, we are leaking Ichor now, so we can go for a couple launch attacks here just to keep our... what happened to this guy? Just to keep our focus up. Thanks, Mia. Okay, and this guy is just deciding to take away my haze. So rip 39 million or whatever. Okay, well, these guys are... their AoE is just a little bit too crazy for this setup here because we're constantly trying to go for the different attacks. So this time we'll just go straight in. Oh, and he goes for the delay that time. Okay. And let's see. Nope, the delay. So we're dead. Okay, well, let's just smack him down. Okay, well, that is all going just horribly. So let's just go get the vestige piece and move on because this is just getting to be a little bit ridiculous here with how active these guys are actually being. However, we are focused. Look at that. Okay, this is good, and we'll just go back. So the build is with these characters in the Crown of Sand here is not operating too well for us. As I said at the beginning, this is more of a bossing setup than anything else. Okay, let's see here. And somehow that hit me, and you can see how these guys AoE is just out of control. Somehow, you know, he was close to me or whatever, and there was no understanding of how that attack should have hit me, but that's okay. We will just continue on to the ladder, and we will continue moving on to just ignore these fellas. You know, for right now, he got stuck there, so that's kind of cool. And we'll continue on, and we should be able to, we should be in the free and clear now. No big problems here. And Usurper's Blade can definitely still help us get our health back and everything, so that's very, very nice. And as you'll notice, you know, because this does have the connotation that it requires you getting focused to be able to use your entire build. The problem here, as you can tell, is that most of the time you're not actually focused during the entire fighting any of these guys, and so it does have a little bit of a startup time and some problem areas. However, once we get to the boss fight, obviously everything will be much different. Also because the boss fight will stagger
Break if you need to.
and fall down and give us ample opportunity to build up our weapon attacks and such, and also it will also allow us to make use of a stun duration, whereas with the enemies, if they do get stunned,
We'll just have to go around.
it does not allow any kind of weapon duration or duration of them actually you know, getting to a point where we can actually get enemies stunned for more than one hit. So that is kind of a problem. And so here what we're doing is literally just running past this area, simply just because of the fact of, you know, there's no real benefit here for us other than being able to use you know, the gifts when we need to, and these guys, there's really no benefit or incentive to do anything differently, because even if we did get focused and we got our gifts on cooldown and everything, it still wouldn't you know, do us really any big favors here. Ouch. Okay, so now we'll go for Usurper's Blade. And it's a good thing that Usurper's Blade does get us back about 10% of our health at this point. And so it is very, very helpful, very, very useful. And now here we will go for both of our gifts. I mean, sure, why not? And we will go for this thing here. Okay, and we will absolutely need to get this guy poisoned here, if we can. Great, that worked out just beautifully there. And as you notice, we are out of Ichor, which is completely fine. And we should be able to get these guys poisoned up and killed pretty easily here. Good. And one more enemy. Great. And so those all should be taken care of quite nicely and quite quickly. Let's go ahead to the missile just so we have the doorway unlocked and everything, and the actual run back to this checkpoint here. We don't want to lose the progress that we have, because as you see, we are very, very, very low on our Ichor, and none of our build is actually going to work beyond this point anyways. Even if we were to get focused, we don't have enough Ichor to actually keep everything going, and if we do get focused, it won't be, you know, anything horrible, but it will be. And why I say that is because we don't have enough Ichor to actually get all of our gifts going. So if the focus bar ends before we get the chance to recover enough Ichor, then it would be you know, kind of a waste of getting focused, because we need to be at like full Ichor, and we need to be at full Ichor and have available and be focused, so that way we can make use of focus recovery. But you will see once we do get to the boss fight, it will be a little bit of a different story, because it is possible to get focused during the Eva fight, because there are some attacks that she does that are like the downward hand slam and so on and so forth, that will be a great opportunity for us to get focused, and so that would be a definite benefit for us in order to get focused at that point in time. Okay, the little Grimer here is you know, interested in attacking us. All right, and this one as well. Unfortunately, I was not fast enough to get rid of it and dodge out of the way. That is most unfortunate, but okay. Okay, here we go. Now this boy is definitely going to be. Oh, we did get focused, so that's nice. However, the problem is, right, that we don't have any abilities here. Okay, and let's go ahead and get focused here. And now, now's the problem. We don't have any Ichor, Whoa. That was quite the exciting engagement there. Let's go for commit to memory, because we have the chance to actually go for it. Okay. Not bad there at all. At least we got commit to memory running. Okay. And let's see if we can get Usurper's Blade. Nope. Okay.
Now that's what I call
All in all, having commit to memory available to us is very, very nice. However, it is not going to help us right now because we are at a 40 I-Core potential and we do not have access to any of our gifts. So this is going to be very troublesome and problematic as we go for this particular fight right here. Simply because we don't have, you know, the gifts or the I-Core or the stamina or anything to... oh, okay. I was gonna say we might... oh boy, are we dead here? Oh, yep, we are, but we're focused. We just had to grab the vestige there, and then we can be on our way. So let's teleport over to the other missile at the front entrance, and then we can move on. That is one thing that does make the Crown of Sand a little bit difficult, is the fact that we only have 2 checkpoints in the whole crown, and it makes runbacks and different detours and such very, very, very difficult. Okay, so as we get along here, you'll notice that if we you haven't actually seen the entire build yet in action. This is one of the downsides of this entire setup. However, if we are in a position where we can get focused and we can continue to get I-Core and we can continue to use our entire build setup here, then we can do really, really great things. However, you haven't actually been able to see that as of yet. So hopefully during the boss fight, you can get a good understanding of what this entire setup can bring to you. Because most of the time you are just, and especially being in the Crown of Sand here, this place is not agreeable to this kind of a setup because it is focus based and you do have enemies that don't lend themselves to, you know, good aggro points and good characterizations of where to fight an enemy, right? And so it's very, very, very problematic in that regard. And of course we did have to get hit there just ever so slightly. And let's head over here and grab up the vestige. And we are almost focused, so that's kind of interesting. And because we have this blood veil, we are definitely able to... oh, and we are focused now, so that's nice. And let's go ahead and get a couple of things here. And this... oh, we're dead. That's fine. There we go. And you can notice there that every time we hit the guy, we are able to stagger him and such, and get him stunned. However, now, right, we do have most of our build running, but we just don't have the I-Core to run anything, so kind of unfortunate there. But because we do have our very, very long gift times available here, we will just go ahead and continue on. There's no reason to not continue on here. And let's go for Usurper's Blade here real quick. Okay, hopefully we don't fall off the edge with his shenanigans here. Thanks, Mia. And instead of falling off the edge, I guess we'll just be dead. Okay. Not a problem. Okay, so as you can notice, the gifts that we have running here, Bloodsucking Blades and Bridge to Glory, they are very long gifts. And now we are at 1853, which is excellent. And our drain value is up to 8.84. So very, very good values here that we have running for ourselves right now.
Please.
And let's see if we got all the vestiges. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And we can move on. Okay. Now, this run back is particularly long, right? So we will be doing some lightning charge if we continue to fail over and over. However, I believe that with the amount of stun and with the amount of poison that we have here along the way, you will be greeted with a pretty pleasant surprise here. And so the name of the game here at the beginning will be to load up on as much Ichor as physically possible, so that way when we, in the event that we do get focused, that we are able to load up on all the damage and the status effects along the way. Unfortunate there that we did not, there we go. And that is how you get focus on Eva, is you can dodge these hands and such. Okay, and you'll notice that we are fairly loaded on Ichor here, so let's go ahead and, there we go. There's a little bit of ability there to get her stunned and poisoned, and let's go ahead and let our stamina recharge here. Okay, good, and she's down for the count again. Good, and she's almost stunned again. Great. And she is loaded full on Ichor. We are loaded full on Ichor, which is nice. Okay, and she's stunned. Good. And let's go ahead and get some health there. Okay. Now, this is unfortunate that we cannot heal Mia if that happens. Oops. But she can heal us. And we are focused now, so that's great. Oh, and we're dead. We're dead. So we just got to the point where we were going to be able to actually do what we needed to do. And unfortunately, we took the death, took the L on that one very, very quickly, because I was going for gifts that we wouldn't otherwise normally have. So you can see that if we do get attacked, it gets us focused very quickly. If we are capable enough to dodge all about 6 or 7 of her attacks, then we are able to get focused as well. So, as you can tell, right, the build does have a very, very big downside to it, obviously. Now, there's no reason to bring White Mia along. She's just the one we have along for the ride here. We can bring Io, as she would be a good option because of the leak status effect and such, and just because Io's always a good choice to bring along. However, the other thing here is that if gift extension is running when we do happen to get focused, it will give us the ability to have very, very long cast times on our abilities here for Bridge to Glory, for Bloodsucking Blades, and Commit to Memory. So that is also why we want to go for those while we can here at the beginning. Okay, so let's go for, we don't really need to pick up our Haze, but it's fine. Okay, let's go for a bunch of status effects here. Okay, good. She's stunned already, poisoned already. That's great. And if you'll notice, she does stagger a lot more than typical other bosses. Her balance is very, very low for these, for the pokes that we have here. So keep that in mind. Oh, she is transitioning already. Very nice. Good. She is stunned. Somehow. Okay, I couldn't tell where she was at. Thanks, Mia. Oh, we're dead. We're just completely dead. Okay. Oh man. So you'll notice that it does have its down points here in the build,
You're awake?
specifically in you know how we actually go about, um, especially about how we go about engaging her. But it is pretty nice that we do
Go
have
ahead on your own.
quick mobility and trying to apply those status effects. You know, since that's what our entire setup is built around. It doesn't increase our damage or anything, it just increases our ability to, you know, cool down our stamina and be able to, oh, I didn't get the elevator, and to be able to rerun different status effects along the way. So, as you can see, we do have our pluses and minuses built into this, and we don't even have the super benefit of commit to memory as of yet. And if we are able to get focused when we have full iCore and beyond, then this will actually kick off and be very, 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 very beneficial, because we can then notice that this cooldown here will be 4 seconds and this cooldown will be 14 seconds. So we will be able to get a lot of health back, as well as apply status effects every 4 seconds in a very, very large way. So, okay, let's get these going here. And while we have gift extension running, it's good to use those while we have them. Okay, great. She is poisoned and stunned already, which is great. Whoops. Okay, we got a little bit of ability there, a little bit of focus. And let's go ahead and go Usurper's Blade so we get 350 health there. Okay. She's going to transition, which is fine. Almost stunned. There we go. And let's look for the middle here. That's good. Okay, Mia's dead. Okay, somehow. Oh, and we're dead. Okay. This is not going well. This is not going well at all. Okay. I guess we just need to calm down a little and actually just play into stamina management more than anything else, because our entire build is not functional most of the fight, and we probably will get focused once during the fight, but that's all we need, is just one time to get focused. And I guess while we're in the waiting phases here, while nothing is happening, we can go for Savvy Evasion in order to, because it won't do anything for us if we aren't focused. So if we get focused faster and then switch this very quickly to all stats up, then that will do us very nicely. Okay. So there's a little bit of tricks and tweaks here to this thing, to this entire setup here, but it's not, ooh, okay. It's not something that we absolutely are, you know, incredibly overpowered with. Quite the opposite. We are kind of underpowered until we do get focused, and then we are at the mercy of, we do need iCore, but we will be having enough iCore that we will be able to keep up with focus recovery and such. Okay, so here we go once more, and we will try and get everything in such a way that we are not punished severely. Okay, here we go. Good, poisoned and stunned. Yeah, let's go ahead and recover some stamina here. Oh, we're dead. Okay, we do need, yep. Okay, good, that was a good dodge. Okay, now we are focused. Oh, and we're dead. Unfortunate that this is all happening this way. Okay, and she is stunned, which is nice. And we are leaking. Oh, I know what's wrong here. Okay, let's do that. Mia's dead. Okay. All of this is going about as bad as possible. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead and back up here. Unfortunate that we are leaking here for sure. Where is the middle? There we go. Okay. Good. Oh boy, this is definitely not the engagement I had thought it would be, but that's okay. We will make our way into victory. Oh boy, I'm sneezing and all kinds of problems. Okay, let's go ahead and heal while we have the chance. And let's see. Oh, and we're dead. Okay, because of the side blades. How very nice. Okay, well, looks like we'll just switch up here from Mia because the leak is killing us more so than anything else, and we'll bring Io along for Panacea's essence, so that way we are not having any issues with leak or iCore restrictions. So the entire setup will still play the exact same, and there's nothing different about that we need to worry about. Okay, well, this is kind of the rub of the entire thing, is that it goes this way when you are playing without gifts, and when you're playing, you know, more of a physical setup with no distance kind of damage setup. When you have to be close to the enemy, it definitely makes for a worse encounter scenario than playing into the gifts of the game, which is kind of why Vayne, I believe that the weapons are like a very, very last afterthought that the developers had, because none of the weapons really are you know, so amazing, incredible, except the Black Greatsword, that you know, you always want to choose gifts over weapons, typically. Okay, here we go. And let's see if we can get her all staggered up here and such. Good. Focused. Her poisoned and stunned. That's very good. Good. And we can go for a little more ability there. Oh, come on. That second attack should have caused me some focus there. Okay, we have to get our stamina back. Okay, let's go for some attacks there, just to get the ability there. Oh boy. Oh, we ran right into it, and so did Io. Thanks, Io. Okay, let's head over here, and let's go ahead. Oh, we're dead. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up while we can. Oh, we're dead again. Okay, thanks, Io. Good grief. Okay, but now we are focused. And we're dead. Oh, nope. Okay. Good. There we go. Now we can do some wonderful gifts here. And let's see if we will have, we will not have enough health to survive that, and we will not have enough anything here that we can go for. And I somehow buffered another attack instead of a dodge. If there was a way to see key presses, then you would have seen that we would have been dodging before she was attacking us, but somehow the key press got buffered there. Unfortunate. Okay, so you can see that once we do get focused, the iCore recovery is the thing that we are lacking big time, because of we do need iCore for this and this and this, and then our gifts, and then these two. So it is a very, 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 very heavy iCore requirement set here. But all things considered, we probably could get rid of Venom buff at the moment if we wanted to, and we could probably go for where is it? Opportunism if we wanted to, but for right now, it's just an exposition of an exhibition of what we're exhibition on how this entire setup should probably operate along the way. But if we can get a good set here with understanding what we need to be doing, then we should be fine. And as you see, our gifts don't consume stamina, and they don't consume anything, so it's kind of nice that that is the case. Okay, and let's get into the fight here, where we can hopefully take her out this time. Okay, good. Oh, okay. And we'll just stick close here. Okay, good. And maybe we can get her stunned again. Great. And we'll get our stamina back. Okay. And we've got full iCore, full stamina, so we are good to go here. Alright, we should be in the eye of the storm there. Oops. Okay, let's dodge around to the side here. So we can die. He was dead, unfortunate. Oh, we are dead, but we are focused. Okay. Okay, and let's see here. Let's go for focus recovery, and we're dead because of the stupid blades around the side of the arena. Oh my goodness. That is such a delicate balancing act that it's absolutely bonkers crazy how how delicate we actually are here. So maybe I should just fast forward to the winning fight and then we can see it all in action. But yeah, this is taking way longer, way longer than I ever anticipated. But that's kind of how you get to know what builds are viable and which ones aren't. The nice thing here is that we are at exactly 60 and we have no defense, and that is where a lot of the problem is coming, is that we can take one or maybe two hits before we die, but typically one, and it's all super bad most of the time because we are just getting hit and then we're dying, and then that is the end of our business. So let's see if we can hopefully make it through Eva this time. There's no guarantees, obviously, but there's got to be that one perfect run that we get here, right? I mean, okay. At least the run back isn't so bad with lightning charge that, you know, it does take some of the sting out of it altogether. Okay, and also poison is definitely helping us, you know, understand the setup here, because we're able to, you know, constantly get some good dagger, as well as some very wonderful setups here to make sure that you know, she's always going for an attack on us. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say that might be nice if she got us damage there. Thanks, Yo. And unfortunately, we are not in a way here yet to get focused. Ouch, there we go. We're focused, but we're dead. This is getting crazy infuriating to be at this level, to be at this point in the fight and not having any success of any kind, because by the time we get focused, we're either dead or she's doing something that will negate us from activating our gifts and running around to actually get our focus and our I-core back, because the Bloodsucking Blades is playing off of our dark value, which is pretty significant for going for Bloodsucking Blades, so it works out in that regard very nicely. And Bridge to Glory will give us that very much needed increase in our damage, as well as Commit to Memory to have our cooldowns reduced for stun buff and venom buff here for these guys, Numbing Mark and Venom Mark, because these have 30-second cooldowns, and with Commit to Memory active, they are 20-second cooldowns, so it is significantly more often that we can get the boss stunned and poisoned. Okay, hopefully we can have some good success this time, but there's no path forward that I can see that will get us out of here quickly or simply. It is simply just attack her and don't get hit. So that is our problem, right? Okay. Okay, this is not going well here. Alright, now we should be able to attack her enough, yep, to get her stunned, so that's nice. We'll wait for, okay. Oh, how was that not? Okay, let's go for some Venom Mark here. For some Venom ability. We've got 6 seconds to get her poisoned, and we did. Okay, good. We did not die. Alright. Okay, we are nowhere near close to getting focused. Let's go for stun and poison. Okay, EO should be fine there. Okay, we're not actually able to use our entire build here. Oh, we're dead. You? Okay, well that was an interesting way to die. That E was just standing there, bugging out, and the boss was down on her knees, and we were dead. So we were locked into the circulating pulse, and there was nothing we could do to get out of it early. But okay, well, definitely not the showing for this build setup here at all that I was hoping or expecting that we were going to have coming out of this, but that's okay. You at least get the understanding and the idea that once you get focused, half of your build comes alive, and it's the most important half to actually activate all of your super overwhelming power that you're going to have, and it would allow us to be focused indefinitely. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. So we're about 30 minutes longer than I had anticipated, unfortunately, but that's the road to 100, because you definitely get an understanding for what's viable and what's not. And even with the cooldown crazy here, this is not looking to be like a viable entire setup here, which is kind of what I was not hoping for, but but it's interesting to note that you don't know about these things until you actually go for them to see, you know, what is viable, is not viable. Okay, so let's go ahead and heal up here now that it's gonna help. Okay, great. Okay, we got 6 seconds to get her poisoned. Okay, great. Oh boy, that was close. Okay. We should be able to wreak some good havoc here. Let's go for some stun. Okay. Great, she's stunned. That is very helpful. We'll collect the 0 there. Okay, let's back up. Okay, let's go for a stun in Venom. Oh boy, here we go. And unfortunately, we are no closer to... oh boy, we're dead. Yo, no. She's not gonna get us. Oh, wow. That is shocking. Oh. The luck. The luck of what is going on here is absolutely mind-blowing. Unbelievable. The amount of luck that Eva is getting at this point. Whoops. I can't believe it. I just absolutely cannot believe it. Okay, let's keep it going. Wow. This is definitely not how I saw this fight actually going. Do I need another run back? Hopefully not. Oh man. There is just no end to the amount of irony that is built into this fight here. Somehow Io is dead. Okay, great. She probably fell down the elevator shaft again. And that is another thing that I'm still a little confused about, is when they kill themselves, like there's no death animation song or anything. They just literally disappear from existence, and they're just simply gone. And you can see that, like, she's not particularly close to the elevator or anything. It's just... And now she's up here. So, somehow, some way, she had disappeared. And, I don't understand what makes them kill themselves, typically. But, that's kind of also part of the strangeness of this entire run, is that that does not happen very often. It is very rare. And somehow we're getting all of the rarities stacked on top of each other here. And unfortunately, we are no closer to a victory than we were when we started. So let's hopefully clutch one out here. If we can get her to understand the severity of what we've got going here, that will be nice. Oh, we're dead. And we're dead. But she's poisoned. And Io's dead too. Io's down, okay. Yeah, go for Io. Okay, we'll go for Usurper Blade since that will help. Okay. Okay, let's go for... Oh, whoops, I wanted to go for Venom. You should be able to go for Panacea of Essence here. There we go. Good, she's stunned. We'll go for poison now. Somehow I'm missing all my hits. Good. Okay. Oh, we're dead, but we're focused. Look at that. We finally got focused. And we've got all our gifts ready. Okay. And let's see here. Are we not going to die? We are probably going to die. Okay, good. Oh, yep, we are going to die. Okay. And... you can see how fast the build-up is there on this thing here. And let's go for our stun and poison. Actually, let's just not die here. Okay. Oh, this is no bueno. Yep. Thanks, you. Okay. And there we go. Good grief. Yeah, well, there was a twinge of hope there that the build could show itself, but I'm signing out. This was too ridiculous to be even considered viable, so I would say probably this isn't such a great idea to go for the Transfusion mod to run this kind of a setup here, unfortunately. But at least we got Eva back, and this was way longer than it was supposed to be. And if you made it this far, you guys are absolute crazy committed, more so than I am. So unbelievable kudos to you guys if you made it this far. We'll see you tomorrow for another crazy setup. Who knows if it's even viable. We'll see you then.